Last we met. Oh, sorry. Ow. Last we met, you had successfully cured a small child for lycanthropy, before it sunk its fangs into her too soon. Luckily, avoiding probably another massacre, avoiding bloodshed on a town scale. Something you couldn't let happen again. As you left the church, one final issue crossed your mind, and it wasn't the other survivors of Rabbitglade. It was, how are you going to get Fell in? How are you going to mask the wolf that walks among you? So Rav takes a few steps toward an antique shop of oddities and curiosities, run by a close old friend, Virion. But before then, we return to the gate. Isaiah, Stormfire, and Fell, you slowly approach the border of Glassridge's walls. So, don't worry, Fel. I have a plan. I have a plan.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I have a plan.
What is it?
I'm going to talk to the gods.
What are you going to say? Please do not threaten to kill anybody else.
All I need from you, Fel, is to stay quiet.
Okay, I can do that.
Good. Okay, that works. Trust me, I got this. And you keep approaching towards the wall. You see just outside of it 2 Iron Brigade soldiers. They seem on high alert. Probably because there's been some bloodshed in Glassridge the past couple of days and it's reached them. Especially because Ravafina's father has arrived at Glassridge already and has probably had to say some things to explain the refugees he carried.
Yeah.
As you approach, I mean, they clock you, Fel, especially. And they draw their strings taut. But they keep it at their side. They don't aim it at you, but as you get closer, Isaiah holds up his hands. Excuse me, please don't fire. We have an explanation. You see, we just came from the Witchlight Carnival. Fel, your vision goes black. It's like you took a step onto the sands, and it all fell beneath you, vanished. What you feel like you're walking on is warm, almost like a heated floor. You look down and there's nothing, but you feel a presence near you. That fire opal. I am quite interested in it. You just hear a voice echo through the darkness.
Like looking around, trying to listen.
It's coming from everywhere.
I continue to say nothing, but I look around. There is acknowledgement that I hear it.
Bring it to me. I will make sure to reward you dutifully.
I'm still just looking. In my head, I think, who is this?
As you sort of just stand there and watch, you do feel the space is heating up significantly. And then it stops. No response. Fine. Brew on it. But if you change your mind, I'll find you. Fell hunt. And you blink. You're on the sands. And you're walking through the gate. See, Fel, I told you, I had it all handled. I knew there wasn't going to be an issue.
Yep, that's you did.
Very good job on staying quiet, by the way. That was like the first time I've ever seen you not yap.
Oh, you are one to talk, Isaiah. Have you looked in a mirror?
I'm a writer. I yap and write. It's like
I
the thing.
guess yeah, that is kind of your thing.
Small issue. The gods believed it. I don't know if everyone in Glassridge is going to. So maybe we just stay by the gate and wait for our friends, because there was a look that the Iron Brigade was giving me. I'm not sure I got off scot-free.
I think if I lay down, I think I'd look close enough to a really, really big dog.
No, I think you would look like a freak.
Yeah, I kind of do already, Isaiah. There's not much of a...
Yeah, but...
oh no, you look more.
Yeah, but there's, like, something to be said about a freak who's laying down on all fours and can sprint at you like an animal versus one that's just, like, standing around.
I guess. I'm also wearing a giant blanket. I think that draws attention. No more than...
maybe...
not wearing it.
maybe you just drape the blanket over you and I sit on you like you're a bundle of hay.
Oh. There is an idea, Isaiah. You know what? You've had plenty of good ideas today. We'll try it.
Okay. You huddle to the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. You huddle yourself in, and you tuck the blanket over you as much as you can. It's sort of like when you're at a sleepover and you're given either a very small blanket or nothing, and you find something to cover you, and you have to use it as effectively as you can. Yet still, somehow, there's always going to be a toe sticking out or something.
Yeah.
But you cover yourself, and Isaiah sits on you. A small thump against your, like, stomach, your little, like, rib cage side area. As Isaiah just sort of sits there and waits.
I wouldn't be able to do it because I, as a dog person, I would still even just thump on the fucking side. Because I imagine my internal organs are probably arranged similarly, so I'd probably do make that thump on the side like a fucking dog.
Yep. Pretty much. Ravafina. You approach the small shop. Rethne has stayed behind you pretty dutifully, but isn't saying much.
If you'd like to wait outside with the kids, you can.
Okay. Could you possibly get me more cream? I'm starting to dry out still. I'm running low.
Yeah, I'll grab more of that.
Thank you. And Rethne posts up with the children right outside. Do you enter the building?
Yeah. Let's go see Varian.
Alright. You enter the small shop. Sort of bell rings. And as you look through the space, Varian again, like the first time, not in the main area. up behind the shop counter.
I'll peruse for a bit until
Alright.
he apparates.
A lot of strange oddities. There's some glasses that look like they block out the sun a little bit.
Oh,
So
I'll bring
that's
out. Oh, you know what? I'll bring out my little flower friends. We can live with me.
Okay. The petal unfolds. Oh. What is this place?
It's a friend's shop.
There's a lot of things in here.
Thought maybe you'd just get a kick of looking.
Interesting. Yeah, you see some glasses that block out the sun. Seems to be a nice thing out in the arid summer heat. Winter heat. It's winter. There is knickknacks of all kinds. Things made of clay, things made of terracotta, things made of glass. There's like playing card sets, probably not full sets, but each one has like different artistry that it's been made with. These seem to be like things that people like trade in for other stuff, like pawns, sort of like, oh, I can give you 5 silver and this. A lot of bottles with random stuff in it, whether it's liquid or like rocky, like gems or dust. There's just sort of a lot of scattered knickknacks. You know that Varian usually keeps the more important and cool stuff in the back, just in case.
If he hasn't apparated in the next like 3 minutes, I'll walk up to the front. And I think there's a bell, right?
Yeah.
Walk up to the front, ring the bell.
Within probably 30 seconds, you hear a yeah. 1 second, I have a customer. And breaking through the sort of drapes and beads, Virion pops up. Rav! Oh, it's so nice to see you. I'm back from
Rapidly.
right. How was it?
It was interesting. Eventful.
You sound hesitant to say so.
Wasn't all good.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Oh yeah, I did. Rob will actually pull out the whip and set it down, or just the handle of it.
Whoa.
And I found my dad. So, 2 for 1.
That's a plus. Wow. And Varian holds up the whip. Is this all of it? Is it broken?
Oh, Rob will hold her hand out to get it back.
Varian places it.
When she takes it, she'll, I guess, activate it is the best way to say it, but
Yeah.
she'll kind of like flick her wrist, and the wispy sort of wind whip will.
You
blow
invoke
out.
that air and push it through the hilt, and as you do, it begins to unfurl out almost like a vine. And as it does, it wiggles around before and laying lazily on the floor beside you. Whoa, that's incredible.
It was a good find.
Is it useful? Is it strong?
Yeah, no, it's great. It's got us across some ravines. Fought is not a great word, but fought an old god for it. Pretty.
Sorry, an old god? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like,
The wind god.
I don't really know of any wind god or old gods, to be fair.
That's
Is it like a dead
relevant
religion,
anymore.
like dead practice?
I guess I think the way it was explained to me was that they were like the second created from magic, and then they die, and disperse into smaller, newer gods. In a way, they just become the concepts.
And you just fought one? That's
Well,
that's insane.
I
That's incredible.
fought him with quotations.
Right. Just seeing one. That's incredible. I mean, I feel like a once in a lifetime opportunity. You look flabbergasted.
Yeah, I need to ask you for a favor.
Right, yes, of course. You came into my shop. I'm assuming you want to buy something. What can I help you with?
I mean, it's always great catching up, but
Yes.
do you happen to know anyone or anything that can either conceal lycanthropy, possibly cure a different form of it, kind of thing? And not like a cleric form where someone's just been infected and we take them to a priest, but like someone who has lycanthropy now can't shift out of wolf form.
Are we talking about, like, the curse of lycanthropy, where someone is bit and infected, or are we talking about more like bloodline, sort of someone who's inherited lycanthropy and just can't get out of that form?
I mean, I really don't think I remember fully how he got it.
Oh, he. Oh,
What?
Is this?
It's
is
not
this
me.
someone close? Oh, okay.
Not Wolf.
Okay. Is he here? Like, the more I know about this issue, the more I might be able to pull on to.
I mean, he's
help
not
solve it.
here, but he's around probably. I can't bring him anywhere right now.
Do you happen to know how he got it? He became a werewolf?
Well,
'Cause if
his
he-
visage is yapping in my cornea, but no, I think it was a choice. I think he kind of did it to himself, kind of thing. Maybe it's like
Okay, that would
get something else. Who's-
suggest that it's more of a curse and he can't control it. Anyway.
Well, he can control it pretty well for the most part. When I've seen him, he can choose and when he
Okay.
shifts, and he can talk for the
Hmm.
most part. He died, and then there's another curse that he definitely has. I think. Oh, maybe he doesn't have a curse. Okay, I think he died, and then the werewolf part of him superseded his death, and now he can't shift back into a not werewolf form.
Right. Okay. Okay, so we don't. So it could be a curse, could be the bloodline.
Could be a mixture of both, for all
Be a
I
mixture
know.
of both. I'm not so well versed in lycanthropy that I know about it. Okay. Well, if it was triggered by a death, I might be able to help you. If you want to try that. I don't know if it'll work. And it might be only a temporary solution, but it might be enough to at least traverse the town and look for a better option.
That would be helpful.
Nice.
I'm going to be 100%. I don't know if he's inside the town or not yet. Last we communicated was at the carnival.
Well, at the very least,
Yes.
I'm hoping if this works the way I want it to, it'll be enough to get him inside and traverse and look for an option for a little bit. Actually, to do this, I require a help of someone here. I have a friend here who I can.
Oh, I think I heard you giggling.
Yes. We met not too long after you all left. They're new to the town and they've been resting at the church.
Oh.
No, they're not like that. They're very nice.
No, but I went to the church. so weird. I always forget. Normally, with my mother the way she is, we don't
Right.
interact a whole lot with the religious subsects.
Hmm.
It was weird.
I'm not
It's a lot of
I'm
money.
not the biggest fan of Zyshil's prophets, but this one is very nice. Iron is their name. They're very kind. We've just been conversating a lot. They visit the shop every now and then. But right, let me go get them, and I'll be able to talk about this process a little bit more. Iron and you see Virian sort of like peek past the corner and show Iron. You see Virian's head pop into the back, and it seems that Virian's calling for you to come over. Would you like to describe your character?
Yes. So stepping out from the back, you see he's probably stands on like 5'5", 5'6". It's like medium height. Relatively pale and the most like almost uncanny green eyes. Like they're just so vibrant. They're just a little like he kind of got like that blue-eyed stare going on, truth be told.
Rosemary
Yes. He has short, ginger hair that kind of meets just like maybe right at the shoulder, but then long tufts of white hair that fall way past almost collarbone length. Freckles paint across his face, and he has some piercing on his ears, but he has a very kind, aura and just stature about himself. But he comes out. Yes, you called for me?
I'm so sorry to bother you. I know you're still new to town and everything, and I know we've only conversated a little bit, but I might need your help in aiding my friends.
I'm not much sure of how much help I will be.
Well, I mean, from what I've seen, you're a bit of a magic caster yourself. I don't know how proficient you are, but I might need... This is going to sound weird. I'm now realizing as I'm saying this is going to sound weird. I need your blood. Not a lot, just like a few drops, perhaps. I think that'll do the trick.
Iron kind of like anxiously is like grabbing at like his like the end of his shirt.
Only if you want to, of course. I don't want to pressure you into anything, or it's just that it would really help out my friends, and this is kind of the only solution I can think of.
Sure, a friend of yours must be great. So, sure, I will donate my blood for a cause.
It's just a few drops. It's not like I'm I'm doing a blood drive or anything. Anyways, Iron, this is Ravafina. Ravafina, this is Iron.
Rava kind of lean over them, counter a bit, and kind of hold out her hand.
Iron reaches her hand out, and like their hands shaking a little bit. Iron, soul, it's very nice to meet you. Rav, you said?
Ravafina Lira.
Do you prefer Rav or Ravafina?
Greatly. Rav.
Okay.
Rav is great.
When Rav stands back up, you'll notice that she's about the same height as you, and also has weird green eyes.
And the pupils are rectangular.
Oh yeah, her pupils are dough-like. There's golden flecks that kind of sparkle almost every couple of, you know.
Iron definitely
cool
stares a little bit, but kind of like fixes his stare.
Yeah,
fixes
Varian's
his
like
face.
looking at you, staring at Rav, and then he turns to look at Rav, and he's like, and then Varian catches it, and he looks like he's about to say something, and then he's like, right, so...
No, it's okay. New additions.
I'm assuming that happened when you met the old god?
No.
Okay.
I can tell you if you'd like to hear it.
I am going to go search for the things I need for this. I'm sure Iron would love to hear it. And Virian turns around and goes into the back. Just leaves you out here, Iron.
Iron just kind of like you know, like the standing emoji. That's just Iron. He just kind of like standing there, just kind of looking around.
No need to
Um,
be so uncomfortable. Little bite.
I didn't think you did. Sorry. I'm from not a big people place, so to say. I'm not used to meeting so many different people.
Oh, Glassridge is expansive. Brings in a lot.
I see.
So your blood is what's important?
I guess so. I'm not quite for sure, but I mean, if it's to help, and I'm more than willing to help anyone I can.
Right. What's your family name?
So,
So mm,
it's a long story. It's my name, but um, true family name is Greenwood, but I use the last name Soul.
I see Rava kind of chuck a little bit. I see. No family connection then.
Uh, no, I'm not sure what you mean, but no, I don't believe so.
You strike me as the type changes their last name. Just saying the general fidgetiness. Just gonna guess that you either didn't like your family or your family didn't like you.
Iron kinda.
People don't come to Glassridge for fun anymore.
Iron definitely breaks eye contact and kind of like starts looking around. Are you from Glassridge?
Yes.
Very much skirting the conversation. Oh, you are?
Rob will smile. She'll kind of lean back onto the counter, like rest on her elbows a bit. Yeah, Leodon's my family name. Not a necessary want for connection, but a need, I guess.
Mm.
How long have you been in Glassridge? A week? 2? A month?
I'd say
I mean, it seems you only met Virion a while, like just a bit ago, but
give or
you guys seem
take
close.
less than a month. I've been traveling around a bit.
I see. It's Rob will kind of look around, and she'll lean a little bit further over. No hate to Virion, but he has a hard time making friends. When he has a new one, it's always such an interest.
Oh, well, I'm even more honored to be his friend, I guess.
Rob will lean back onto her elbows. So, you don't like your family. You're in Glassridge for end of travels, beginning of new ones kind of deal, and he befriended Virion. I'm not the crazy smartest person in this room. I know a few things though. People don't come into this shop very often. Most people who do just want something quick.
I see. I will make this, I guess, clear. It's not that I do not like my family. There is just some tension.
I think I've found everything. Yeah, I believe so. And, Varian is coming out and he has, like, a handful of stuff. Some things are in pouches, some things are not. And places them all down. You see before you, there is a gold locket, not like a locket, sorry, a gold necklace with a little, like, charm on it with an empty socket. Varian then pulls out, a couple of like stones or rocks that you see that are of similar size to the locket, but none of them to each other are the same. And then there's a needle, like a little sewing needle. There is a couple of like little glass bottles. There is a couple of herbs and textbooks and stuff. And as Varian like awkwardly places them down, like he's holding it all with his chin and stuff like that, and he places it down. He's like, okay, so my idea is this. Iron has the ability to heal. So my thinking is that if I can create a item that has a little bit of Iron's magical essence and is able to just sort of sustain, not even like closing a wound healing, but just a small amount, that might be enough to settle your friend's blood down so they aren't stuck in werewolf form. And Iron, this is the first time you're hearing a werewolf. You had no context to all this, nothing about what you were actually doing or helping or saving. But yeah, that's...
Iron's eyes definitely like go like just kind of widen a little bit and just kind of look between, just like, I'm sorry, werewolf?
Surprise.
Listen, I'm sure it's fine. I don't know much about it myself, but Ravafina keeps interesting company. I mean, you should hear about this friend of hers back when we were young. He's a very rambunctious fellow. He used to run in the magic fighting circle rings.
I see.
Well,
Well,
Bravo
doesn't
kind of like
change
dart her eyes down to the stuff. This takes fast, long?
It should be very quick. Here, let me just... I'll get to work. And Virion pulls all of his hair back and, like, wraps it around itself, so it just kind of creates this really messy bun. And begins to go down and dive. He opens and flips a bunch of textbooks. He already has the stuff bookmarked. He takes a few vials. He puts herbs in them. Takes a little bit of water from a water skin nearby and puts it in there, and takes something, puts it in the glass bottle to push down on the herbs, and you see it begins to seep into the water almost like a tea. He then takes the rocks and the empty necklace, and he begins to try seeing which one is the best fit, until he finds one of these rocks, probably a carnelian. It's probably like a red, like rough cut carnelian. And he places it in there, and it's almost a perfect fit. He has to warp the metal a little bit to get it to fully fit. Takes that carnelian out, and then he looks to you, Iron, is like, I'm going to sterilize this needle, and I'm just going to prick your finger. It's a small amount of blood. Is that okay with you?
That's fine. His voice is relatively very shaky, and he kind of reaches his little finger out.
Virion snaps his fingers, and from his thumb ignites a flame, and he begins to hold the needle over it for probably about 10 seconds. And you can see his grip on the needle sort of lessens because he can start to feel the heat at the base of the needle. Then he stops, takes your finger, pricks it. You feel a sharp pain. But then he takes the bottle that has had those herbs steeping in it, presses your finger to the bottle, and he gingerly, as he's holding this bottle and your finger up to his face, puts his finger just on the nail of yours, presses so softly. There's another sort of sharp pain. It's like, oh, are you okay?
I'm fine, thank you.
Takes your
Bravo
finger
lean back off the counter and kind of cross her arms like a smirk.
Virion takes his finger off yours, and he quickly grabs like a parchment or something. He probably even takes like a fabric from his own clothing, like just quickly rips it off and wraps your finger in it. Takes that little mixture, takes the stone, places it in a small bowl, puts that mixture. He shakes it up first, and then he pours it over the stone, and he's like, I'm just going to let it rest for a second.
I have some other things I need from you as well, but I feel bad asking you for quite a lot at once.
I mean, we have to let it steep, so might as well.
Do you remember Rethne?
Yes.
Yeah, she's running a little low on the cream.
Right. Yes, she's.
And then, just by chance, do you have any loose leaf tobacco around? Maybe need some mixtures. I know you're not really an herb person, but
No, but I do believe I was just someone just traded me half a week ago a bit of tobacco for I can't remember something, but I know I have tobacco. I might be able to find loose herbs if you want me to mix it in with the tobacco.
that would be pleasant.
Right, I'll be right back. I'll get the cream and the stuff.
Thanks.
And once again, Virion exits to the back.
Are you scared of blood, or is it just
No,
generalized?
no, it's more just a generalized don't like feeling pain.
I probably won't see you too much after this. Realistically, and this is not. I realize how I say that just straight off almost sounds like a threat, but I
No,
swear it
no.
isn't. I have things to do with my family after this, but if anyone comes in at any point, even the guards, the Iron Brigade, and ask you if I've been in here talking about a werewolf, ask if you even heard about a werewolf, say no.
Okay,
It's not for my safety, it's for yours.
okay. Iron just like very much like shaking his head kind of rapidly and like,
I'll tell Virion that as well. It isn't just a you thing.
oh, well, I mean, I would say no anyways.
Sure. Are you a liar?
No. Iron almost looks like a little offended. He kind of like leans back a little bit and looks at Rob.
Sorry, but you just said you'd say no anyways, and I mean,
Well, I have the intelligence enough to understand that if someone is asking about a werewolf, that means that maybe the werewolf should not be in somewhere. So I can understand how someone should say no.
what are your plans after this? You want to
I
stay in Glassridge for a while longer, travel around to anywhere else?
I would like to travel around other places. Like I said, I come from a pretty isolated area, so I'm not used to seeing so many things.
Talon. With
Yes.
True Sight,
Uh-huh.
can I see like people's? Is it just like if someone was like invisible around me, or can I see people's like magical auras in a sense, kind of thing? Or I'm just wondering. I'm just asking questions. I don't know a whole lot about True Sight. I've never had it.
Ah, yes. And so we enter the DM's dilemma with True Sight, where how much does True Sight actually see, and how much of the ethereal and other planes really change and differ around for people? I really like to have subtle clues and nuances to True Sight and what it gives about looking about people. In games that we've played with like K, we've seen like threads towards the sky dictating like, you know, someone's connection to their god if they're of a faith or other. I like that. I like the sort of like the storytelling that comes with. As you're looking at Iron, you can see the faint glow, the faintest color of a golden crown above Iron's head, almost like a halo.
You'll see Rob's pupils kind of flick up to your head, and then you'll see those golden specks kind of shimmer a little brighter, and then die down, and Rob will look back down at you. I wouldn't recommend going to Alurin.
Why?
It's not safe there. For anyone, really. If you're traveling, I'd say go anywhere else.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Sure, I wouldn't want to see you get taken advantage of there. That sounds really awful. I mean,
So
in the
I
magic sense.
I found. I'm assuming Bethany might want more this time around. So there's, it's bigger. It's more like a half pound of cream. I don't know. Slides it across. It's like a way bigger.
Yeah,
Thing
that's
this time.
that'll be helpful.
And I found the tobacco. There's only about there's a lot of people in this place that like it. There's only about a quarter bag left, but if you probably mix it with these herbs, and he pushes like 4 different pouches. We have lavender, we have blackberry leaves, there's rowberry leaves, there is I think these are, I'm fairly certain these are windwood tree leaves, and this is I actually don't know. And he opens the bag, and as the wave of smell hits him, he goes, nope, sorry, wrong one. What the fuck is this elevator music? Excuse me, D&D bot. What track are we mixing up? Again, it's the fucking Celtic variation by royalty-free music maker. I don't know what it is with Jockey, but he can just not fucking get... Because the actual version of the song, slay. It's so good. Stop. Damn, bro. You guys won't be able to hear it, but I'm gonna play it on my Spotify, and the fucking recording's gonna hear it.
Okay.
See, it's so much more cuntier. You guys don't know. It's like a very...
Oh my god, this sounds so much better.
Yeah, oh my god, guys. I actually wonder if I can /play. Hey, Chip, you want to work for me, please? Please. Oh, you cunt. What about Groove Master? Because I really want you guys to hear this. I hate music bots in Discord. They really piss me off. In any case, yeah, he comes out, and so you have four herb-like things that you want, that you can mix and match with this tobacco if you like.
Right now, use me to pop them in.
You can, take whichever you want.
Rob will open up the pouch of tobacco, and then open up all 4 pouches, and just kind of go like,
Okay.
with all 4 of them just in there.
Yeah.
And then she'll close the pouch and just shake it.
Wonderful. And he's about to take it all back and just start sorting it in the back again right before he turns, his eyes like dart down to the bowl. And as your guys' eyes follow, the stone is glowing. This brilliant red and orange. And he puts all of the stuff just behind the desk and takes the stone, pops it in the little locket, sort of like cinches and the metal around the stone, and he's like, there we go. That should be it. Should be done.
Rob will take it, kind of hold it up, look at it. It's a lot of work. I just don't know why. Actually, it's not important. Rob will kind of like put it in her pocket along with the pouch of tobacco.
You can feel it, and it's warm.
Well,
It's almost
I
like
don't think there's anything else I need. I just don't think there is. I think this is it. Virium, like I said to Iron,
Yes.
don't someone asks you about this werewolf thing, you don't know anything. You didn't do this, it didn't happen.
Of course. Discretion and secrecy comes with the shop.
Well, you two have fun together. Iron, you should go to, there's a tavern round here. You should go there with Virion. Virion doesn't go out very often. I'm sure Dendrick would love to see him again.
I don't really go out to bar. I don't really drink.
I think that would be
Dendrick
fun.
asked me about you last time. He really wanted to see you again.
Oh, I mean, it's been so long. It's so much catching up to do. I might.
Maybe I'll take you guys out sometime. Not now though. Well,
this sounds like so
it's
much fun.
lovely meeting you guys.
It's lovely meeting you as well.
No, I already met you.
Sorry, yes, no. It was lovely seeing you again as well. Sorry. I hope you have a good rest of your day, Ralph.
I'm sure we'll see each other around.
Rob, wait, where are you going now?
Well, first, to find a werewolf. Second, to speak with my mother.
I see. And you kind of like Iron is kind of just kind of stares at you like there's a question like coming out of his mouth, and he kind of just looks away. Well, it was very lovely meeting you.
Are you curious?
Would that offend you if I was?
No, not at all. With your reaction to the word werewolf, I'm sure your mind would be blown seeing one.
May I come with? If not, that's completely fine. I understand that I am purely just a stranger.
No, it's fine. You, in the nicest way possible, you kind of interest me in this sort of, like sad character from a book. Isaiah
Well, I'm
would
not
love you,
sad.
I bet.
Who? Who?
Oh, you'll have to meet Rethny, and there's kids outside. If you see the kids, don't say the word werewolf. We're not doing that. Actually, I might just tell Rethny to go walk around town with them while I find him.
Okay.
Do you
Well, I
want
can assure you that I'm not a sad person.
do you want to do that real quick, Rob? You want to go pop outside and then just
Yeah, I will.
okay.
I'll let Rethny know.
You round towards the door, and as you open the creaky ash, almost off its hinges, entrance, you see Rethny just waiting. It's like, oh, did you complete your transaction?
Yeah, here's this, and she'll hand over the.
Thank you. And takes
And
it.
then maybe you and the kids should go explore the city for the day. Maybe meet back at the estate gates around nightfall.
Oh, right, right, yeah. Winks at you and is like, I'll go take the kids shopping.
Yep, that sounds like a great idea, Rethny. Thank you so. I actually have to pay for this.
I
stuff,
am
'cause I realized
broke.
I have. Oh, right. Ravel reached into her other pocket and pull out say 100 gold.
100 gold. As you do notice something. The pocket that the necklace is in is no longer warm.
Oh, hopefully that's supposed to do that. Okay. Well, I need to go pay for
Right.
Tyrion, and guys have fun. See you later.
Mhm.
Probably gonna wave to the kids.
Give the coins. Kids wave goodbye, and Rethny takes them off towards all the shops in Glassridge that they could look at.
Revel will return. Tyrion, how much do I owe you for all of this?
It's,
Let's walk
it's on
down.
the. You don't have to worry about it, Rob. It's fine.
Okay. Second question.
As you
The
get
necklace-
close, the necklace feels warm again in your pocket.
Is it supposed to do that?
Do what?
The necklace. It's warm when I'm near like you, and it's cold if I'm not.
I I don't know. I just made it just now, and I'm unsure. Can you show it to me again?
Rob will hold it out again.
It's very bright, and he touches it. He's like, "That is quite warm." It was
Okay.
cold.
Now check this out, Rob. Will take the necklace back, and she'll walk to the door. The
As you
front
walk to the
she was,
door, the light begins to dim.
holding it up the whole time.
Until by the time you get to the door, which is 15 feet away, the entire light snuffs out, and it's no longer brimming of heat. Great. Come back close again? Wait, actually, wait, don't. Virion goes into the back. And then, you come closer. Begins to glow again.
Oh,
Virion comes out, and he's like, okay, it's glowing. Iron, would you mind standing in the back for just a moment?
Sure. And Iron just kind of
And as soon as Iron begins to leave, that faint glow begins to dim and dim and dim.
are you fucking serious right now?
Oh my god. Okay, so
Did your little crush infect my new magic gem?
a crush? What are you talking about? Ruff, keep your voice down. Anyways, no, I think it's just that I'm not exactly an enchanter. I'm not exactly someone who laces magic into things all the time. I think perhaps it's strongest when it's close to the source of its magic.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I'm gonna steal your friend.
Don't do that. Don't say friend with italics. Don't suggest there's something. I've just met them. We're getting along well.
Yeah, you don't really talk to anybody, but I mean, I had to force you to talk to me
Because
when
no
we
one
were
talks to
young.
me, Rav. They come in for transactions and I say have a nice day and then I awkwardly sigh and stand in the corner waiting for the next customer.
I'm not.
Your
Not-
mother kept me in a cage. Metaphorically.
No, I mean it was. I mean, you had like a little room with no windows, basically. I
It was
mean, it was
basically
rough.
like a cage.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Don't scare them, okay? Just
I'm sure I've already have. But they're interested enough in the word werewolf to come meet.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Iron, can you come back out?
Iron just like pokes his head out. Is everything okay?
So a bit of a problem with the necklace. It only works when you're nearby.
Quite odd. I'm not sure why it would do that.
I'm assuming that I'm just not talented enough to make a magic item that can be separated from its original source. I think I honestly I'm just uh, not proficient enough in making items like that.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that, but sure. Okay. And Iron
Not
just
to worry,
fully
though.
walks out.
Not to worry. We're just going to, and by me, I mean me, gonna steal you for a bit. Gonna have to. Hope you didn't have tickets to leave anytime soon, because you won't be. We'll get my brother to take a look at it. Maybe he'll have some insight. He's not, from what I remember, a big item finesser, but
He's very talented with magic.
that's his source of envy between me and
He is
Spirit.
he's very good at writing spell scrolls. He has a little side business where he sells them.
Is that what he's been doing?
You didn't know?
He's just been
Oh,
running. I thought he had a girlfriend or something.
don't tell him I said anything. Because I don't know if I was supposed to.
Side business writing spell scrolls? What a nerd. Okay. Well, I'm. Are you ready to meet a werewolf
Uh, yes.
and also a she demon? Because you'll probably have to meet my mother too now.
Okay. Okay.
Don't worry, I won't let her lock you up like she did Miriam. She doesn't need
What?
any more pets.
Okay.
I wasn't like kept as a pet. I feel like a little bit extreme and like Viren is saying this as you're sort of walking out almost and
Hi, Miriam.
oh
Iron turns back and like waves and just smiles.
and behind a hand Viren waves. And you exit the building.
When Rob exits, her like she kind of just sighs and like her shoulders slouch down a bit. Okay. So now we look through all of Glassridge, and if not Glassridge, then right outside of Glassridge. Um, don't worry, my name will get us into just about anything. So if there's anything you
Um,
particularly want to see, we can always stop by.
you don't sound pleased that your name can get you almost into anywhere.
I'll give you a little bit of a history lesson. Glassridge, this area, has 3 main houses. The largest of the 3 is the Adam house. My house, my mother's house, my grandmother's house. It should be mine. Roth kind of looks at her wrist as if there's a watch and then puts her hand down because there isn't one. Shortly, unfortunately.
I see.
Well, let's go, I guess, towards the gate first. Maybe they'll stuck around there. Maybe they'll do the whole win-loss stay still kind of thing.
as you're walking through Solent, Iron, you've been here for a little bit, but if you'd like, in Concordis World Build, there is a map of North Glassridge, if you scroll up a little bit. You guys are in the bottom left corner, but this is North Glassridge. There's still like a southern area to Glassridge, so you have a little bit of walking to do. Is there anything that you
Oh, I
want
see.
to look for as you move through here?
Mm. Hold on, say again where we were at and like on this map I'm looking at.
You're in the bottom left area. You're at the appraisal shop.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So you're not like necessarily you're not gonna pass through anything on this map, but if you're looking for something, just let me know and I can.
I think in this very moment, Iron isn't looking for anything. I think more Iron is just happy to be able to see what's about to be seen.
Right.
And is kind of just excited.
Yeah. So you guys move through Valor Square. The main road down sort of extends from the Iron Perch, which is right by the Leodon estate. So as you're passing it, you've actually seen this place multiple times. You have to pass it usually every time you go to the appraisal shop. And as you do approach it, you can kind of see Rov is almost avoiding eye contact with the very large place.
Iron notices and kind of glances back and forth. Just kind of longingly stares at Rov, but doesn't really make a comment.
Rob is not even looking over there. If you're on Rob's right side, Rob will probably see you looking. If you're on Rob's left side, Rob, you can you're seeing basically the back of her head.
I imagine I would be on like your right for yeah.
Okay. Then Rob will see you kind of glancing over. She'll kind of very like quickly and almost in a way subtly kind of like flick her hand over towards him and be like, "That's my house."
Oh. Oh, this is your Oh. I think I'm fully understanding now.
Yep. Yep. Let's not make a big commotion outside of it though, just in case someone's
Sorry.
looking out the windows.
And Iron kind of puts his head down.
Rob will very
Kind of.
quickly kind of glance into the windows just to see if she can see any figures standing around.
Rov, give me a perception check.
Oh! Oh, I gotta open up
Oh
the.
yeah, 3D die. Oh yeah, here also.
Where did I send it again? I think I pinned it in Concordis General.
Probably.
I did. Like a G.
Like a G.
Okay, perception.
Yes.
Oh yeah, where are we rolling?
So if you go into Concordis General, there is in the pin chat the top link.
Yep.
The DDD dice.
Yes.
Got it.
That's 12.
12.
It's a quick glance, you know.
There is sun beating against the windows, and they all have a faint glare. But you do notice something. Normally, for the past month or so that you've been in Glassridge, every time you've looked at the Leodon estate, your mother's room has the drapes closed. In this instance, the glare, the sun beats off against Lilith's room, and you know that those drapes are open, and your mother is home.
Will kind of speed up her pace.
Mm-hmm. What Rav doesn't see is the faint shine skating off the window, and behind it is a mother looking down at her daughter.
No bueno!
You guys walk past the Iron Perch, you see a bunch of Iron Brigaders standing atop the wall. They're sort of scanning and making sure. They seem to be more on alert now than they were before. Iron, you would know that about 2 days ago, 3 days ago, Iron Brigade patrols ramped up. There's a lot more hunters clad in metal armor are patrolling around. More so than usual.
Okay.
You've also heard a couple of other rumors through the grapevine. One, you've heard a little bit about the Bleeding Hearts versus the Eternal Lights. Virian especially would tell you to be careful in the west and east parts of northern Glassridge, as they are controlled by factions. Just keep your head down, don't make any issues, and if someone wants something from you, if it's reasonable, just do it. Might not be the best thing to antagonize. If you look on the map of North Glassridge, you will see a solid red and solid blue area. Those are what is controlled by the Bleeding Hearts for red and the Eternal Lights for blue, respectively.
I see. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. Another rumor. There was not too long ago, laughing heard from a warehouse, and prior to that happening, there was a bunch of murders on the streets. These murders consisted of people's faces being clawed, and permanent smiles, and some other freaky shit going on, some occultish kind of shit. And then suddenly, laughing was heard from a warehouse, and later that day, the warehouse was burned to a crisp, and the laughing proceeded to stop. So that's an interesting rumor. A lot of talk about the homeless situation, the sort of shanty towns that are building up on the outside and sort of inside of Glassridge, especially near the House of the Unfortunate and Forgotten. So yeah, you're sort of walking down Southern Glassridge when you're not necessarily thinking of all this, but that's just essentially what has been going on since you got here.
Okay.
Eventually, you reach the southern entrance of Glassridge, and as you do, you see, sitting on a lump of blanket, Isaiah. For you, Iron, you see a figure with sort of gray, almost ashy skin, red, curlyish hair that is tied into a loose, low ponytail, and that fiery hair starts dark red at the roots, becomes more vibrant but lighter as it goes down, and eventually at the end of the ponytail, ombres from orange to yellow, and almost as it moves, the curls flick into little bits of flame. One side of the hair is braided into a little bit of a braid, almost similar to yours, but only it's asymmetrical. Wearing a long earring, deep red eyes, is Isaiah Stormfire.
Iron definitely takes note of the flicking of the flames at the end of the hair and kind of stares a little bit, but again fixes his face.
There's one of them.
Oh, Rav, you're back. And you have a friend with you. And he's like gritting his teeth, and he's just like pointing down with a finger onto the lump of blanket he's sitting on. He's like,
so Isaiah, we have a very temporary solution. And Rob will kind of pull out the necklace.
Oh, our solution to our problem, yes. And turns to you, Iron, is just like,
he already knows. They already know.
You told him? Okay.
I didn't tell them all of it. They just wait, stop before you speak.
Okay.
The caveat to this is that it only works when our friend Iron is around.
My blood is in it. Iron Soul, it's very nice to meet you.
Isaiah Stormfire, writer and poet. Have you happened to read my books? How long have you been in Glassridge? I'm a bestseller here.
Iron, like, jaw just, like, mouth just kind of open, just staring. No, I don't think I've heard of you. I'm not from here.
That's fine.
I haven't
That's
been in
fine.
Glassridge for very long.
Well,
We'll have
while
to
they
visit
talk,
a library and get you set up with a few of my books.
it's Rob beating up Isaiah as he speaks. As they talk though, Rob will kind of lean down and try and
Yeah.
nudge the necklace underneath the blanket.
You sort of lift up the blanket a little bit and you like watch as like Fell's dog-like head like peers back at you, and as the blanket lifts just enough, his ears go from flat and perk up.
Just slide this over. Maybe I don't know if it'll slide actually. I'm gonna clasp. I was like halfway like on the ground, leaning this blanket, trying to clasp this necklace over his fucking neck.
You clasp it, and as you do, the blanket sort of like is like covering your view because you had to use both hands to clasp it. And as you move your hands, you just watch from underneath the blanket, slowly, the form of Fell shrinks.
Oh my, jeez.
It's very slow though.
You might not get to see, him today, but yeah, we'll show him to you eventually. I say you can stop sitting on him now.
Oh, sorry.
Iron is just like aghast, just kind of staring, just more like in shock at the fact that it worked. And it's just staring in awe as Iron just watching this like slow transformation happen.
Yeah. Is Austin here?
Also, has to make a roll for it.
Austin on phone.
Oh my god.
Why?
Did you not
phone
see
still?
the freeze?
No.
Computer crash.
Is it mail?
Email?
Austin,
Mm-hmm.
Fell begins to feel almost like you've been tensing your muscles for so long you forgot what they felt like relaxed. And finally you feel your shoulders unpinch, your forearm something. As almost you're like releasing your hands from a grasp motion. Everything relaxes. And you're breathing through your nose. And you're not like sniffing. You're just deep breaths. You feel the flare of your nostrils. And as you move your jaw, you feel the shape of your mouth is also normal. No overbearing fangs, no long tongue and elongated maul. Your ears still long, but not as flexible.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like a person again.
I just kind of like run my hands through my hair.
Mm-hmm.
I look at them. I look. I don't have to worry about when I clench my fist, like stabbing into myself. I look very overwhelmed and underwhelmed at the same time, as if someone who has been experiencing constant sensory overload
Mm-hmm.
is finally experiencing normal senses.
Do you peek from under the blanket?
I do.
As you do, you see, while Fell normally has his hair up in a ponytail, it is open and disheveled. And the color of Fell's hair is mostly back to his natural hair color. There is no dye in it.
It's like a dirty, dirty brown almost. the scars on his face too are more faded than they used to be. It looks almost as if Fel was in his almost childlike visage again. You haven't seen him with natural hair in over like 60 years. That motherfucker has been dyeing that shit blonde for a while.
That shit fraud.
Shit,
It's
fried.
crunchy.
Shit, a little crunchy, a little frizzy.
I don't know, if everything is healing, would the hair heal as well?
No, it's a little frizzy.
No, it's still a little frizzy. It is a little frizzy and fried, though. What? How? For one. Also, good morning, Rav. I wasn't expecting to wake up to being human again. Did something happen?
Temporary solution. Dependent on our new friend here.
Aaron like waves.
Fell waves. Almost like groggy.
Yeah, underneath the blanket, you're completely naked, Fel.
Oh yes, we should probably find clothes in the middle of the
So,
street underneath a blanket with none of them.
Before we walk away, you
Yes.
cannot go anywhere without Iron.
Okay. Can I get some clothes on now, please?
Stand up with a blanket over yourself. We'll walk. And Shirley, I wonder if we'd probably go. Where are we? Where's the close place we can get to without having to go too far? Where are we now?
You're in Southern Glass Ridge. There is no map for Southern Glass Ridge.
Got it. So why don't you just stay under the blanket for a little while, and I'll just go buy you some clothes and come back.
Okay. Yeah,
Rob
that
will
sounds good.
walk off to the nearest clothing store.
Sure, yeah.
M&H.
No way. That's crazy.
Our paid sponsor actually paid a lot for that.
Maybe CP Jenny.
CP Yenj.
Stolen Eagle.
Stolen Eagle. Stolen Rock.
God.
Stolen Rock is actually probably what we call it.
Yeah.
Um,
Stolen the Giant Eagle as well as.
it's still just Hot Topic.
D&D Dapper Drip. Very nice.
There's
Very
definitely-
nice.
There's definitely a just actual also normal Spencer's somewhere.
Yeah, truth.
Okay. Come
So
on.
for reference, for Fel and Iron, before we doing that, you guys cannot be more than 15 feet apart.
Oh, so like holding hands while going to the bathroom. Bullshit.
Yeah. I'm holding your hand under the stall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or else Fel will revert to wolf form. Additionally, Fel, your body has not fully changed. You still aren't able to effectively use a lot of your Blunt Hunter stuff. And your arcane magic is also weakened. But you still have the strength and the regeneration and all the other stuff you get from being a werewolf. It's just less evident in wolf form. Yeah, that's it. Go to the clothing store, Roth. Simple one. You're in the southern part of Glassridge, so there's not a lot of fancy places here. Kind of clothes you getting for Fel?
I mean, I'm just trying to get him in average attire. Maybe I'll buy like a size up the normal, just so it's kind of baggy on him. Also, because I just don't remember what size Fel wears.
Right.
So it's like I look at it, I'm like, man, this is either his size or it's too small. So I just buy one up of what I think his size is.
Yeah. You get trousers. You just get a shirt.
Yep. Trousers, shirt. Maybe I'll
Shirt.
shoes. I'll have some shoes.
Okay. Trousers, shirt, shoes. As
Some
you return-
underwear.
Oh, yeah.
Might need that.
True.
I like go up to the checkout and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Come back.
Go to the checkout. Yeah, you get clothes made for you, like, you know, typical humans, elves, etc., etc. You do look around. I mean, there's clothes for a bunch of different lineages that hold more physical differences. There's, you know, you gotta adapt and make underwear for dragonborns. That's a little hard when they got tails. So there's got big old holes cut out in the ass. Or it's closer to the tail, but it's not the ass. Whatever. Either way, you get your clothes. And you return to the group.
I'm gonna set it down in front of Fel and then be like, we can fold the blanket around you, maybe.
Oh, Austin's gone.
Sigh.
Sigh.
Anyway, guess he puts the clothes on.
Guess he puts the clothes on. Actually, I will pause the recording real quick. I gotta go piss first. So Austin,
Yeah,
get back
all
for a
right,
minute.
go.
All right. With that, Fel, you begin to put the clothes on. They're holding the blanket around you. Simple clothes, not too fancy.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds you actually of when you were a fledgling pirate, first on someone's crew, when it was like, okay, you've been in these clothes that you brought for like probably a month now, and it's reeks, and so you have to use some of the more common clothing that they have on board just for general bodies. It's baggy, doesn't fully fit you. Simple,
But it's up.
kind of ugly in some places just for the fact that it's like not your color or something. And then just all in all, at least you're clothed.
Yep.
You have to hold up your pants a little bit. All right. With that, what are we doing next?
Well, I guess we have to go to my house.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Madre. To Madre.
Where's Rethny?
Oh, so true. Breathy is what time is it? Does it look like it's starting to get dark outside?
No, actually, it's still pretty. It's probably mid-afternoon.
Okay, well, I told Bethany to meet us at the estates at night because I assumed that we would be out all day, but we actually have all this solved pretty quickly. So now we just need to find Bethany and the kids. They're probably around the estate area, though, if I had to guess.
Are they just wandering around, or?
Yeah, I gave them some money, told them to
Right.
entertain themselves. Entertain themselves.
Speaking of money,
Yes.
I am broke. I would like to do some shopping of my own. Oh, you know what? You don't have to necessarily give me money yet. I have a package to pick up.
Are you seriously going to use that money?
I don't want to discuss the morality of my money.
Your blood money?
That is not blood money. I didn't know who they were. Asriel would have used the money.
What do you mean by blood money?
Well, I'm gonna go pick up my package. It was so lovely meeting you, Iron. And Isaiah just walks off.
Iron just kind of watches Isaiah walk away, then looks back at Rob and just like, blood money?
Something of the sort.
I see this as maybe a topic of conversation we are not wanting to have.
Not particularly.
Okay.
Not particularly.
Um, yeah. So you're gonna go search for Ethne and the children.
Gotcha.
Head back towards North Glassridge. I would love if you gave me a perception check from Rav, from Iron, from Fel. All work.
What is?
Please, D, love me, love me. Okay, 17.
17. Okay.
Hold on. Where the fuck did it go? Okay, there it is. Oh, this is odd. Where's the D20? Why is it so small? Okay, there it is.
13. After all, my phone.
Okay. 13. 13 from Fel. 17 from Rav. What'd you get, Iron?
13 plus 2. I got 16 in total. Did it not show my roll?
It did show your roll. I don't know what your plus to perception.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no,
You're good,
it's
you're good.
16.
Gotcha,
13 plus 3.
All right. You guys first search near the Valor Square and near all where by estate all the shops are and such. You don't find Rethne there nor the children, but you are able to see signs of it. Whether it's no, it mostly is just people being like, "Oh yes, we saw a giant water genasi who looks a bit like a feral fish and two children." And they went up towards closer to the Blood Rose Tavern, up in Bleeding Hearts territory.
Awesome. Play.
You don't think Rethne took them?
No.
Mm.
No.
No, Rethne wouldn't take children into the bar, right?
She would not. She would not. She had better not have.
We should check the bar, maybe.
We'll check the bar.
Okay. You guys go up to Bleeding Hearts territory. And as you go up here, Iron, tell me now, has Iron gone into Bleeding Hearts or Eternal Lights territory? For anything? Or has Iron been too scared because of all the faction talk? Almost pretty much like gang member activity that
Yeah,
Iron said.
I would say Iron's not used to that type of environment, so Iron kind of sticks to one little area of this
Yeah.
whole entire place.
Yeah. So now that you're being forced to go into it, as Fel moves and you have to stay near Fel, and Rav and Fel climb the steps to head over.
Iron almost like hesitates a little bit, but he's like fidgeting with his hands and like his shirt again, but
Oh.
he makes his way up the stairs.
Phil will turn around to check on you. And just like he'll like kind of look inquisitively and see that you're fidgeting and just
Oh,
it's a
I'm
questioning look.
sorry, I'm coming. And Iron
Okay.
kind of puts a little pep in his step now that he's realizing that he's gaining traction.
As you pass the threshold, you all get shot. No, I'm just kidding. You start heading to the Blood Rose Tavern, and as you round the corner, inside, you see there's some activity. It's more of a night bar, if anything. But other than the worker and the few people in there, you see one person of interest. Sinris. As the blue hair turns around, those beady eyes and that oh so soft smile. Sinris sees your face, Ravafina and Fel. Looks at you both. Oh, hello. It's been a while since you visited me.
we're looking for a friend.
Oh, Rethny, is it?
That would be the one.
Right, right. I thought I remembered her name correctly. She was around. I think she went towards the artisans to see about getting the children she was with something nice. I don't know. But I mean, while you're here, do you perhaps want a drink?
Probably.
Fel will look over at Rob and look back. Not today.
Right. And sorry, I didn't notice you. And looks past Rob and Fel and sees you, Iron. What's your name?
Iron Soul, and he'll put a hand out.
As you put a hand out, Sinris places down whatever he was eating or drinking onto the bar table, and he strides over. You see this very confident and sort of suave step he takes as he moves over, almost like floating. And as he reaches you, he places his hand gingerly in yours and goes, "It's wonderful to meet you, Iron. My name is Sinris. I'm a friend of these two."
Iron just playing a dating simulator right now.
To be fair, Sinris flirts with everyone.
So he's friends with every man.
Yeah, he's gay.
Doesn't flirt with Rob.
Yeah, because he's gay.
Because he's gay.
Well, Sinris, it's very lovely to meet you.
Of course. If you're ever looking for a good time, Blood Rose Tavern's open to you as well. Friend of a friend. It's a friend of mine.
That's
Actually-
very kind of you.
They throw lovely parties.
Thank
You
you.
didn't know if he's of age to drink. You didn't even ask.
He's hanging. Do you hang out with children often, Rolf?
Okay, well, this is a special circumstance.
Is it? Why so?
What did you say you last saw Rethny?
Heading towards the artisans, Ravafina.
Wonderful. I'm sure we'll be in contact again at some point. Iron, first it was a tavern visit to Dendith with Varian.
Yes, I understand. Dendith is like family. I'm sure you'll love him, Iron. He's quite a fellow.
As I've heard.
No, he's a character. This is for sure.
But we'll stop by at some point. At least Iron and Fell will.
Rob, you're always welcome as well.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Smith. I didn't mean that in the sense that I didn't want to come. I meant that in the sense that currently they're blood-bound.
Huh?
Well, it was great seeing you, Sinris. We'll be off now. Don't want to leave Mother waiting too much longer.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
yes. I've heard. Well,
Yeah.
good luck. And Cinerus turns around and walks away. You just kind of hear her mutter under his breath, "Bound." You just see him go. He's like doing the docking motion, the penis on
Stop.
penis motion. Bloodbound. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be really funny though. Bloodbound.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
That's so funny.
Oh, I wonder what Ravavita could mean by that.
I wonder. Wonder what intimate act involves blood. So do you guys head towards the artisans?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yum.
Slowly you make your way off towards the artisans, the craftsmen of Solon, of Glassridge specifically. People talented in their craft. Last you were here, I believe you spoke to a leather worker named Hyde and a weaponsmith named Dagger?
I believe so.
As you get there, you do see Rethny. She's at one of the first stalls that the artisans have, and it's with a jewelry smith named Charm. You see, and as you get close, you notice that Charm is just finishing up a little bracelet for the small one. As you see that the older brother already has a bracelet on with small little Charm, and the jewelry smith hands it over to the child as well. And you see the little charm they have. It's a little circus tent. Both of them share one.
All right, all right. Revel, walk over. Seems we have good timing.
Oh yes! Glad you found us. I just got the children like a little souvenir just to keep their spirits up.
For sure. For sure. Hold on. We have to.
And Rethny sees Val and goes, Val, I almost forgot what you look like.
Disheveled.
Goes to hug you.
She will hug her back.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have now collected Rethny.
All right, let's go to the house. A fun place.
The children gonna be fine to come?
I think my father will help them out more than.
Gotcha.
I don't currently know where everyone else is staying, so.
I mean, let's go then. Where's Isaiah?
This was just here. Where did he go?
You went to go get the money,
Let
right?
the package.
Oh, yeah. Let's not worry about him. He'll show up when he shows up.
Okay. And do you guys?
So we won't have him to soften the blow of anything to your
Well,
mother.
shit. It's fine. When he shows up, maybe it'll be like a breaking the ice kind of thing.
Should we wait outside?
No, she's home. For sure. She really got birds all in her ears telling her we've been running around.
Yes. My point being, me being there will piss her off more. You know she doesn't like me.
Yeah, but if you don't go in, then Naira doesn't go in, and it just makes more sense for us all to go in together and all get the same loving treatment.
Oh,
I'm sure if she has an issue, she'll pull me off into a side room.
your mother already scares me more than enough. For
What?
sure. Your mother
Sucks.
scares me. Oh, I thought you said what? I was like, no, your mother just scares me enough.
Said well.
All right. Let's. Can I get a belt first? I don't want to be my pants sagging in front of your mom.
Get your belt at the fucking house.
I guess we could
It-
I mean, there are
anytime to get back
fancier
home.
shops here now. If you want to get something that's like tailor made to you, right now.
We
you
don't
could.
have time for that.
We don't have time, and I don't have gold.
I mean,
Mysterious.
what do you
in our
mean you don't
hand.
have time? It's the middle of the day. You're fine.
I'm like 20 years late, Fallon.
Okay, 20 years late. What's 20 years and an hour more?
Fine.
Truth.
We can get you a belt.
And maybe a hair tie.
Do you want to go
Over
clothes shopping in the artisans area, or you just want to go to a more expensive shop? It probably costs you like $5 and probably like a gold for all that you bought. For
Artisans.
artisans, okay. Well,
We'll stay there. Already here.
all right. You go to a clothes maker named Thread.
Is this a bad time to mention as well that Isaiah has all of my money?
Oh my god, it's fine. I'll buy the stupid fucking belt.
Thank you.
We need a belt. And
Oh, you just
fucking
need
hair
a
tie.
belt, or do you just want like well-made clothes?
Take a belt, a hair tie, and a nice shirt. In his size, please.
All right. Well, Thread can take care of the hair tie and shirt, but you gotta get a hide for the belt.
Are you fucking for real? Okay. Can I just get a pair of pants that fit him then? No belt.
How do you keep your pants up on stage while you're performing?
Boat.
Belt.
Well,
Belt.
Okay,
How do you-
just a new pair of pants. Just a new pair of pants.
Okay. I mean, what kind of pants you want, Phil?
Oh my god. Mel's gonna choose. Mel's gonna choose. Rob sees like someone on a mannequin and goes, that style's good. That style of shirt's good. Perfect.
Is that what
Doesn't
you want,
matter.
Phil? Is that what you want?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Phil will just nod. Phil will just nod before Rob gets even more angry, and he has to deal with Rob being angry and Rob's mom being angry.
Thread takes some of the same style shirts that are close to you in size and props you over by a little stool, puts you on a little stand, starts taking your measurements. And you would expect this process to be like, oh god, this is gonna take fucking like an hour, 2 hours to get the shit fitted to Fel. Thread's
Not
in and
Thread.
out. No, Thread's in and out like 5-10 minutes tops. You see, like as he's taking the measurements, he's taking thread and sewing almost at the same time and the same speed.
Oh my god, I forgot Rob's wearing that fucking armor.
Yeah, you're wearing like
Oh
the
my
insane armor. But they just assume you're an adventurer. They get types like you all the time.
Maybe the thread I'm worried about.
Nope. And their thread keeps working. Sewn and made, tailor fitted. Fel, this shit fits you not like a glove, that'd be too tight, but it's just perfect. Just enough room to feel like you can actually move, but also sit well on your body. Yeah, it's nice pair of pants, nice shirt. And you mentioned a hair tie. Thread is like, I can give you multiple different styles of hair keepers, if you'd like.
I will be fine. as he sees Rob staring.
Thread pulls out. He actually like stands behind the counter for a second, and takes out a couple of them, and he starts holding them up, comparing them to your 2 clothes that you've just gotten. And picks one that sort of twirls in on itself. It has like a little braided pattern. Yeah, it keeps with your outfit and looks good.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
Right, that'll
How
be
much is it?
about 50 gold.
What is this shit made out of? Magic?
No, but it is excellent silk and cotton.
What? Rob will pull out 55 for a tip.
Thank you very
And we'll
much.
set it down. I
And
apologize. Just in a rush.
you're fine. Oh, before you go, darts behind somewhere and sorts really quickly and takes out like something very flowy you see and wraps it and folds it really quickly. It's a free scarf. This is matches the color scheme that you're going for. It matches exactly the hair tie specifically, a dark blue.
Thank you so much.
On the house.
I should probably go before she kills me.
Farewell.
Bye-bye.
You leave. As Iron has had to essentially shadow Fel this entire time. When Fel had to stand on the table, Iron was like 10 feet away.
Yup.
Almost like a little assistant or something. Like some that
He's
just
having
like
a great time though.
yeah,
He's having a great time.
having a great time.
He's seeing things.
Yeah, you're very impressed by these artisans. They're people of master work, and you've heard that there's something similar in the Eternal Lights area, but these are some of the most recognized people. Yeah, and you guys start heading back towards the estate.
I'm not as scared to meet your mother anymore, that's for sure.
What's so scary about your mother?
She's just not really the motherly type.
Iron kind of stares at Rob a little bit, like there's almost like a mutual feeling, and just kind of nods.
My aunt is much nicer. If she's there, we'll be less berated, but I doubt she will be. She doesn't visit frequently.
Very, very scary woman.
So, you head towards the estate?
Yeah.
Yum.
Alright.
Fel puts his hair up as much as he can.
Iron also
On the
kind
way
of
out.
dusts off any dirt or things on his
You
clothes.
see Rob, and she's kind of looked at herself, and like it's just like she doesn't even try.
Okay.
My armor's cool looking, guys, but it's not.
Oh, did we forget to mention? She's also a very powerful political leader, so we should probably not say anything out of line.
I don't know much about politics, so I don't think I have to worry about that with me.
Don't worry. You will probably meet her and still be afraid.
My mom's
All the
very
same.
old school. Very much don't speak unless spoken to. Hold eye contact when eye contact is necessary. If it's not necessary, you should be standing straight, looking forward. Just don't look dumb, I guess.
Very difficult for people to do. Some people, mainly me.
Okay. And Iron kind of like, you can like see like his shoulders like tense up a little bit.
Realistically, she'll be pretty focused on me, and we'll kind of glance over you guys.
Here's hoping.
As you approach the grounds, and the sky turns pinkish orange as the sun reaches the horizon, slowly, not there yet, you look upon the Leodon estate. How beautiful it is.
Wow. Sorry.
And the doors.
Sorry. Sorry, man.
That's crazy, dude. Oh
What the
Sorry.
fuck, girl?
I'm so sorry. It overtook me. I'm sorry.
Some Jekyll and Hyde shit, bro.
Straight up. Holy shit. Yeah, you see that the doors are already open as a servant is there waiting. Stop looking at me like that. You're doing the fucking, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like one of the cats. Looks at the camera. Holy shit. Okay, the doors are open and there's a servant standing there. As he sees Ravafina, bows, gestures for you to come inside.
Rob, very, very faintly kind of nods her head forward and like just sort of a very, very baby-esque bow.
Followed by Fel and Iron close behind. Rethne probably the farthest behind, keeping the children by, but also being not in the front. As much as Rethne can hide the two children behind her, she will. You enter the hall. Feels cold in here. Feels eerie and judgmental almost.
Feels like my childhood.
Each step of your armored boot against the tile flooring echoes aggressively against the stone walls. There's just the faintest light inside here. You look far, far down the hall and you see the stairs that arise you to the second floor, the third floor, the fourth floor, which is usually where your mother stays in the grand hall, where you usually eat dinner, or if it's not dinner, it's set up for family meetings, essentially. Is that where you head?
Yeah.
Okay. You send the steps up to the second floor. Just as you're about to ascend them to the third, you hear clattering of steps to your right. And you see your brother. The nice
Elwin
one.
appeared. Okay, Elwin!
You see Owen. I mean, you did it. You brought a father home.
Yeah, that I did.
I'm glad he's safe. I'm glad you're safe.
Appreciate it. Tried very hard. Rob's like looking like at the ground, kind of. Her eyes are kind of like edging towards where she knows she kind of has to go.
Yeah. Elwin does get close and places a hand on your shoulder softly. Mother's not more upset than she's ever been. So I think there's like a cap on it.
Yeah, that could be. Or it's all just been bottled away until, her husband disappears for a month. And then a kid's gone for a while, and then both come back at the same time.
Well, I will be right next to you to earn her ire. I did help you after all. I urged you to go
Yes.
just as much my fault.
Really quickly, before we go in there, this is Iron. Rob will kind of
Turning slightly to meet your gaze is a slenderish elf, tall, but not too tall, purple hair and dainty features.
his picture somewhere, and
This picture is somewhere.
I can look and see if I can find it.
Extends a hand out. Hello, Iron.
Iron will extend a hand out as well. Hello, it's very nice to meet you. I'm sorry, your name again?
Elwin.
Elwin.
Yes.
Okay.
Elwin.
They are the
Leodon. Yes. It wasn't evident.
they are the cap to Fell's lycanthropy.
I would ask what that means, but I can surmise
I'm
that some shit happened whilst you were away.
I'm also confused about that statement.
If they too far apart, the
Oh.
little amulet on Fell's neck stops working, and it's a wolf again.
Oh. So you're
Fully. Yes.
were you the one that ate an entire town?
Unconsciously. Fortunately.
His face doesn't go into a frown, but it does sort of like almost he almost tuts his lips, almost like a impressive, fucked up way.
When I fell off the cliff, trying to grab your father, I died. Curse of death. Remember we talked about that with the red death.
Sort of.
And lycanthropy, healing, fight each other. I had no control.
Interesting. That's some heavy magic. And this amulet you said is keeping a hold on it?
For the moment. I mean,
Elwin
I
places his hand on your chest, and then slides his finger down to the amulet and pulls it just a little bit closer to him.
So everybody's just starting with Fell now.
There was something between Owen and Fell a little bit before you guys left. I'm just playing in on it.
He drags his finger
Finger
down
down.
his chest.
You're in Glassridge. Most of the people in here are sluts.
Yeah.
Holds it close to his eye. Who made this?
Variant.
Furion. Lets the amulet fall down on Fell's chest. Well, that is impressive. The fact that it's keeping a hold on Fell's monstrous curse.
My blood is in it.
Oh, so that's. Oh, you
Why?
can't be too far apart now, can you?
Nope.
I believe it's 15 feet.
Well, that makes more sense for Varian. Well, either way, it's a solution. Temporary at most, but rather you be in this form than
Oh,
a werewolf
I
meeting my mother.
yes, me as well.
As much as she will probably scour and scorn your face.
Oh, she already has. She has been for the past 100-something years.
I think that sort of happens when you sneak out with my sister all the time,
Yes.
every other night.
Yep.
Iron
Well,
side eyes y'all.
let's go
You
to the
sure?
room.
You sure I should go in there, Rob? I feel like it. Don't. Okay. Yeah, I'll go in there.
Lovely to see you again, Rethny. Where's Isaiah?
Picking up a package
Package. Okay.
from a learn.
After what you've told me about Alone, that seems a little suspicious, but
It is
I'll leave it
suspicious.
alone.
It is so suspicious.
Well, when you're ready to ascend the steps, I will join you.
Rob will kind of stare at the first step for like 40 seconds before finally taking that step up.
As you ascend, Elwyn is right by your side, Ravafina. Like, you're ascending the same step at the same time, sort of thing. The two siblings. And as you're going up, Elwyn's like, father is in there with her, so might be a bit of a softer blow. Our other brother is in there as well.
Oh,
Might
I'd
harden
like
the
to
blow.
harden- Yeah,
Yep.
please. Okay.
that's if he
Um,
speaks out with your mother in there.
I
Might
don't
be.
know. Sometimes he gets a bit ballsy, but I feel like just the pressure of Mother's presence might keep him silent.
as they get to like
That's true.
the first like clearing of it, Rob will kind of look back towards Falinar and if you guys don't want to, you can wait outside of the door.
Iron just looks over at Fell. Wherever you go, I must.
Actually, I'm gonna recommend to Rathme and the kids they wait outside of the door.
If it goes either
Rethny
way.
just gives you
So
the
if
thumbs
you
up.
don't want to go in there, I don't have to.
I don't know this family. You do.
I think that you two should join us.
Oh. All right. We're
Fel, you
going
said it
in.
yourself. You died trying to save my father. That earns you a few brownie points.
But then murderous rampage immediately after.
She might not know that yet. Who knows? Maybe
I don't
Father's
believe
kept
Father
a
has
close
told
eye.
her anything. She's probably heard about it. But
But I don't know if she knows your cause.
let's put our hand on that bombshell a little bit. Let's just focus on the fact that you tried to save our father from falling off a ledge.
Gotcha.
And spin it in the fact that you didn't die, but you caught on to something. If she asks, don't volunteer it, but if she asks.
Understood.
And
Rolf's new magical fey powers. Maybe.
Is that what that
yeah.
is?
Yep.
I thought something looked different about you, but I didn't want to press. I felt like the whole werewolf thing was more precedent.
Well, I feel like Mom might feel the need to say something. So yeah.
Okay, okay.
That could totally be what saved me.
Okay, sure, yes. And Elwyn sort of looks nervous for a moment. He's like, okay, let us arrive to the hall.
Oh, sure.
You guys walk forward.
Yep.
One step, 2, 3, 15, 20.
They're agonizing steps.
They're agonizing.
Is it like a
40.
really steep? Is it like steep stairs too?
You're off the stairs now. You're just in the hall leading up to this big room.
Oh.
This is like the center of the building in the estate and has the biggest window looking out towards like the rest of Glassridge from both sides. And as you get to those doors, they're huge. They're ornate, wooden, and the handles are beautifully carved metal. And they're the sort of like side handles where you like turn. They like, they're like little rectangulars, but they have like the swirls. Who opens the door? Do you want it to be Elwyn or do you want it to be you, Rob? It's you. You take them with your hands. Push them down. Let's see. Before you, a long table that you are very familiar. You've been here before. Not just recently. You avoided this room for a while, whilst you were staying here, before you left. But when you were thrusted into those memories with the Sky God, this room tortured you. And here it is again, torturing you once more. At the far end, against the window that aims towards the lake of Glassridge and out to the sea, stands your mother, Lilith Leodon, in a flowy gown, horns dressed in wraps, the hat that matches, jewelry that billows out and falls, the most regal woman in all of Glassridge. Beside her, sitting down at the table, just to the left, your father. Not clad in armor anymore, in normal clothes, but they're still very nice. Probably about 5 layers at least of just simple clothing with regal touches. Your father never liked to be so boisterous, but he still liked to have a presence. And nearby, not sitting directly near your mother or father, bit of the rebel he is,
Fucking Theron.
sits almost nonchalantly, but he is. There's a tenseness on the side of his body that is aimed towards your mother, almost like he's ready to like get into position at any time. But he's staring at the door, and when you open it, he's staring directly at you.
Rolf will take a few steps in and then I mean I guess do like a pretty traditional like bow. Like I mean like it's like a full bow.
Your father turns to you, now facing at you all. Welcome home.
Ron will stand up. Thank you.
Theron stays quiet. Mother does as well. She doesn't turn to face you at all. Your father gestures towards the other end of the table, the one that outlooks the rest of Glassridge, and towards the desert.
I will walk up to it.
Do you sit down?
Kind of trepidatiously. She's fidgeting with the ring on her finger again.
Fel? Iron? Do you sit down?
Are we gestured to sit as well?
That's up to Rav.
Rav will kind of like peek behind her. She'll kind of like nudge her heads toward like two of the seats to her left.
Then Phil will take a seat next to her.
Iron will take a seat. He almost kind of stumbles in a bit, but he takes it.
Your father looks like he's about to say something, but your mother turns first. Fully looking at all of you, you see unwavering eyes, a chin that is always pointed up to make you all feel low, hands behind her back, slow blinking that leaves you unnerved. Fina,
Mother?
had quite a busy week.
I assumed that father returning home was an important task.
You're right. It is. Thank you for getting your father back. However, more important matters must now be attended to. And your mother sits down at her seat. For years, you've shunted your duty to this house. I've let the reins loose, little by little. Now I must pull on them again. You are to become head of house, Ravafine.
Right. How soon is that happening?
Within a few days.
Okay.
However long it takes to teach you what you do not know, but with no ounce less of what you need. This has been years in the making, Ravafine.
Sure. And Rob's like face is like pointed at the table. Like she'll occasionally dart her eyes to look at her mother, but it always just keeps coming back down.
Mother leans forward just a little bit. Look at me.
She stops fidgeting with the ring. She looks up. She straightens her shoulders. And she looks up.
Mother sits back. Then looks to Fel.
He's like sitting at attention. There is, yeah, like he's fully like back straight, arms crossed in his lap as he is sitting.
Fel.
Yes, ma'am.
Grown into yourself.
Thank you.
You're still sneaking around the shadows.
Not as much as I was when I was a child.
Fighting in magic rings.
Not in a number of years.
Don't lie to me.
I've been there. Yes, ma'am. I've fought.
Who's this new person you bring?
Iris, right? Soul.
Iron Soul.
I'm soul, ma'am.
Do you sneak around, Iron?
I do not sneak around, ma'am. No.
You're not from Glassridge.
No, ma'am.
Where are you from?
Lowland, ma'am.
There's a bit of judging in her voice. You've been running around for a long time, Ravafina. Any more of your friends?
I have a writer that I think you would enjoy meeting. He's preoccupied currently, and Rethny is outside with two of the children from Rabbit Lane.
Turns to your father. More refugees then. Father looks up to your mother. Yes, those two had ran off to a nearby town and suspected of carrying lycanthropy, so our daughter sought to escort them and make sure that they did not turn. Your mother cocks an eyebrow and just looks back to you, Ravafina. Did you succeed?
Yes, they're cured.
And you're sure of this?
As sure as the priest is. And Rethnium can smell lycanthropy.
Your mother looks sort of... The first time there's like a bit of confusion on her face they haven't seen in a while, but she closes her eyes and like scoffs it off. From what your father tells me, you were quite brave. The Temple of the Sky. Your mother sits up, stands, scoots the chair back, leans over the table. You risked your life. The future of this house. What do you have to show for it? A whip? Your father? It's no doubt impressive what you did, but no more stupid than anything else you've done. Just another thing I'll have to teach you.
Sure.
Sure.
Father needed to come home. I have accomplished something that you probably can't even think of currently. And you're berating me again.
You've no doubt done a great service bringing your father home, but letting your emotions dictate your actions. You miscalculate, Ravafina, and she begins to move around the table and get closer. I cannot conceive what you've done? Right. It's what you've done. It's idiotic. Over and over again, choosing yourself over this house. And she gets closer, and she's getting closer on the side that Fel and Iron are on.
It is like back straight best posture that Fel could manage while having essentially been leaning over in his werewolf form for the past
Yeah,
2
Iron's.
weeks.
You can definitely see like Iron's like chest rising and falling quickly, and he's just staring like straight forward.
Dude, Fel took a breath in like a minute ago and hasn't let it go. He's like, there's no breathing.
You hear the clacking of her heels as she, like, strides against the floor. She's getting close to you, Ravafina.
I did what was good for the people. Not just me, not just our name. It was for the people.
And what happened to the towns you've crossed past? What happened to them after you left? Hmm?
I did everything that I could.
She gets close to you, like, not even a foot apart. She bends down to you and grabs you by the chin. And as she looks into your eyes, she stops. What have you done?
I did what I had to save everyone. It still wasn't enough, but it was better than no one.
What did you do?
I fought a god, and I won.
Don't lie to me, Ravafina.
That's not a lie, that is exactly the truth. You asked me what I have done, and that is something that I have done.
There's a trembling in your voice. What did you do, Ravafina?
It doesn't matter, it doesn't change my name, it doesn't change what you want.
Excellent child, it all matters. Every decision you make reflects this house. And as her voice begins to raise, your father, you can hear his hand on the table sort of like slide against it, and almost like this like grinding noise of his nails against the wood. Lilith, I think, don't interrupt me. Mother walks back towards her seat. All that I've done to teach you, all that I've done to raise you. Do you think me a fool, Babafina?
No.
Do you think I don't know when you're not telling me the whole truth?
Just think. You wanted me to come home, to take our name, to do my duty. I'm home. I'm willing to do it. And now there's an issue. I can leave again. It won't be hard. I can find other people. You can give over the name to dear Theron. You know, he'd do great, wouldn't he?
Turns to your brother Theron. Turns back to you. This house has always been fronted and heralded by a lady.
I'm here, all ladied up. I'll even go change it to a dress if it'll make you happy. I'll take the stupid name. I'll do the stupid ceremony. I'll even kiss grandmother's hands again. You wanted me back. This is me back. This is the deal you created.
Your mother cracks a smile. Still scared little child. Have been.
There's one thing that I'm scared of.
Then why do you keep running?
Because the thing I'm scared of is in this room. It's you. It's your presence. You never listen. All you want is to take and take and take. The only time you're ever pleasant is when Aunt is around. And she doesn't come over. Ever. No one in this house is ever happy.
Happiness. Simple sacrifice for doing what needs to be done, Ravafina. You do
And
not
what
understand
needs to be
sacrifice.
What have you sacrificed?
Everything for this house.
All you've done is create a new pawn. You're just repeating the cycle over and over and over again. And anytime anybody steps up to it and says, hey, this might be a bad idea, you shut it down. Half of our country is starving. The other country beside us is going to demolish the world.
Mother stands and looks out at the window again. Then turns to you. Think you'll do a better job.
If image is what you care about, I'm here to present it.
Do you think you'll do a better job, Rafa?
I think I'm willing to take more drastic measures to ensure the health. And she kind of falters, that she starts to kind of almost recede back into herself again. I don't know. But I know what I want. I know what you want. I'm here. I'll take the classes.
No. You don't have to take any classes. You said it yourself. I don't listen. I don't think about anyone other than myself. So what do you have to learn from me? Truly, you're right, Ravafina.
It's not fair.
I know nothing about ruling or taking care of people. Hundreds of people in a city. Hundreds of people all around Solent. You have nothing to learn. So take it, head of house. Do whatever you want with it. Ruin years of tradition. Years of everything I've worked for this place, because obviously I don't know what I'm doing.
It's not what I meant.
It's exactly what you meant.
No, You've done this for very long. I've done it. Never. I have to learn. I'm willing to take the steps. Just I'm
Mother sits back down.
sacrificing too. Might not be as big as yours, or whatever it is. I'm giving it up.
So you'll take the lessons.
Yes.
Good.
I'm better at magic now.
Is that what your eyes are about?
Yeah. Something like that.
What did you do, Rob?
Her face kind of just looks sorrowful at this point. Like she's given up. Like she really has. And she pulls the petal out and opens up her palm within it.
So you spend all that time trying to learn magic from a book. All that time I try to teach. Say it's just not for you.
I
Then you
couldn't
make
do it.
understand. She stands back up again and comes the other way this time, from Foul and Iron. As she gets close to you, she holds your head, and she kisses the top of it. I'm sorry. I just want what's best for you, also what's best us, for our household, for the people of Glassridge. She walks back to her seat. So, begin training tomorrow, and by probably the week's end, you will be crowned head of house. No.
Okay.
You'd look, and your father was speaking. No. No. I don't. Our daughter cannot become head of house. What are you talking about? Daughter has done a great service to many people, and has done a great disservice to a lot of people. She is not fit to rule because she does not want to, but also, so our daughter is a wanted criminal. What? Our daughter and co have a bounty on their head for 50,000 gold. And the chair scoots with a screech against the wood.
Ooh.
And she sits down and holds her head. To whom? The Lord of Alurin. Your mother stares at you with a stare you have maybe felt once before. And it was the first time you got caught trying to leave Solent. Why? She's asking you why.
He's creating monsters out of kids, stealing them from their houses, taking any innate magic they might have and transforming it just into control. I wanted to save one of those kids. He didn't like that. He very didn't like that. We got out. We ran. He teleported away with the help of some people. And he has labeled us war criminals and accused us of things we didn't do. I didn't do those things. I just helped a kid.
I need you to make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
What? That's true! That's the truth, Your Honor. It's the truth.
It's the truth, Your Honor! I swear it!
Okay.
I put my right hand on the Bible, goddammit! That means I have to be telling the truth.
Okay, it's 9 plus 5, so that's a 14.
What a horribly outlandish lie to make.
Are you for real right now? No.
You stand here and accuse a Lord of Concordis.
I have proof. I have proof of this.
Lilith,
Not only do I
I
have proof-
believe our daughter.
You can have any one of them. Any one of those mind readers. You could pull my memories straight from my head. It is exactly what I say.
I'm not going to entertain this idea, this fantasy you make up just to shirk your duties.
I didn't. If I was shirking my duties, I would not be here. Why would I come back, say, oh, I'm all ready?
Because
and
you're
then-
wanted by Alurin. Of course that would be the only reason you come back to here.
I don't need your protection.
Clearly you do.
Rob like scoot her chair back with aggression as she stands up. Like she pushes herself up off the table. I don't need anybody's protection. If I wanted to, I would have just stayed there. I wrote a letter. I was prepared. He is a liar. And not only is he a liar, but he's a liar to his people. He's killing kids for fun, and he's using it as an excuse to get magical items.
Ravafina. Enough. Clearly, you are not fit to lead this house.
Fine. I'll find another way. I'll talk to other people. I don't need you. It's obviously you don't need me. Have another kid. Go ahead, try again for a daughter. How many of those do you get? I don't think it's that many anymore.
I will continue to leave this house for as long as I need to, until you are ready. Until you are mature.
And when will that be? When the Lord of Lawrence conquered everyone else? When you're dead? What happens first? The world ends, or you end?
Get out of my sight.
Don't look for me again. Don't call me to cascade on your funny little dreams. Enjoy your house for as long as it stands. And Rav will... She'll kind of like push herself off the table fully to where she's fully standing. Enjoy this fantasy you've built around yourself of safety. Have fun with it. And she'll turn and leave. Fel and I are just like,
Fell very quietly will scoot his chair back.
As you are beginning to leave, you and your company that you keep are no longer welcome at the estate until I say so. And as that happens, your father goes, Lilith, we can't. And she goes, shut up! Everyone, leave!
I leave.
Can I, right before Rod reaches the door,
I look,
Rev will
yeah,
turn,
Yeah.
let's go.
she'll take off the ring, and she'll kind of flick it onto the ground. When you need me again, find another kid. I will not come back. I will never run your stupid, prancy household. She turns again. Yeah. Ah! She walks out.
And you leave. Quick steps behind you, you see Elwyn and your father. Rov, wait up.
She'll stop. She'll fully stop. I mean, she's mad, so it's
Yeah.
like a quick stop. Like it's like a
Yeah.
thunk.
Fellas like also quickly following.
The metal heel of her boot
Yeah.
goes like onto the ground. It almost like sounds like it cracks.
Yeah.
Fel is following behind, but is also like turning and looking behind you to make sure that you're following me.
Yeah.
Oh, Iron's following. Don't worry. Iron stood up. Was like, "Yes, ma'am," and got out that room.
Fel's like, we gotta go. We gotta go.
As you stop, your father reaches you. Ravafina, listen. Don't leave.
That's what she wants. She always gets what she wants.
I know your mother is angry right now, but she's under a lot of pressure.
No. You. And I mean this in the way that you were my father, and you're the only parent I feel like I've had. You did this. Again. And I know you were protecting me and protecting the name and all of that. I have no choice anymore. I have one option.
Rav, I couldn't let you become head of house. You'd be in danger. Everyone in all of Concordis would know, and everyone would be looking for you.
Or, like, tears are starting to well. I'm already in danger. I am out. There is nothing about me that is the same anymore. I don't hang out with the same people. Bella's the only person I know from my past that I like. I had a whole party of friends that left. The last time I saw them, I punched one. I don't know why I do that. And I finally had a goal. I had a set goal. I'm going to save this place. I'm going to fix it. And I can't. There is no way for me to fix it. There's no way for me to save Solon. There's no way for me to even save Glassridge. Because I can't save myself from my own mother. She is a god walking amongst us, as proclaimed by herself. Her holiness, her highness.
Rav, listen, sorry.
I love you. And I hope that I can still find a way to protect everyone else, just like I always have.
Rav, you cannot shut out like this. You cannot be alone.
I did it before. I can do it again
No,
with
Rav,
ease.
Won't
Fina,
be alone.
Fel. He puts his hand up. I understand where you're coming from. But you're partly to blame for this.
I walked into the cave once. I will walk into it again. With no one behind me or with everyone.
Ravafina, there are people out there far stronger than any of us. Far more political power than your mother. Far more dangerous. Do not shut me out.
I will raise hell on everything and everyone if it kills that man. I will do anything to get him off of this plane, to get that weapon out of his hands. I will find Frankie and I will kiss ass that stupid demon he has following around to get that dumb fucking rock and make sure it never ends up in his palms. I will cascade fire upon every single thing to keep you guys safe. And I will do it again and again and again, no matter how many times I have to die in the progress. This is what I am now. Whether it's the head of household or Rav with no last name, I am still just a bastard trying to defeat a continent. Over and over and over again. First it was a ghost, then it was a stupid cave, and now it's these dumb rocks that the Lord of Solobar, Lord Solobar wants nothing more than to get his slimy little hands on. I'll go find the Bleeding Hearts leader. I'll find the Blue Rollers. I'll find every gang leader I can, and I'll make deals with all of them. I'll reach out to every fae I can find. I will sell every aspect of my soul to protect this place. And if anybody thinks I won't, then they will get to watch front row seats. I am my own theater production. One man, always standing.
Hearing the links, you will go to Fel will grip on to the amulet that is around his neck.
Do not discredit my failures here for my successes later. I will become what she fears before I will ever let her sink into my mind again. Goodbye. And Ruff will turn and walk away.
As you do, your father just repeats, Rav, please, don't go.
As I pass Rav's father, I'll try to get it back. I don't want her to make the mistake I did. I understand what you mean.
Can't help her. Did the same thing she did. You sacrificed part of yourself to get stronger.
I know.
Do what you want. I'm not leaving my daughter alone. This world. Without fighting for it. Turns around. He heads back towards the room.
Oh, I just forgot that Ellen was there too. I was trying to say really like
under my breath. Just I understand. Dildrak. I do.
Dildrak enters the doors. And you feel this disgusting presence seep through, billowing out into the halls.
I should probably go catch her, Elwyn.
That's my plan. I'll talk to my sister when things cool off around.
Yeah.
There obviously is a problem with where you're going to stay now. I have a place that you can go to.
Thank you.
And he takes out a piece of paper and he, with a little bit of charcoal, quickly writes on it and gives you the address. Should be able to house your eclectic crew. Should be stocked up with all the amenities and such.
Thank you. I'll inform Ralph.
What a lovely family this is. And
Phil will begin to follow where Ralph is going.
Rethny and the kids are also following, as they were standing outside the door and almost got hit by the doors flying open.
Oh, so they totally okay. Oh, they nothing was said. Nothing was said.
They heard the loud words.
Nothing was said about werewolves.
Oh no, yeah.
It was. I gave up a part of myself. They
Yeah.
heard that.
No, they didn't hear that. That was low conversation. Yeah, you guys move past. Rethny follows. The kids follow. You start heading down the stairs.
I'll try to catch up to Ralph.
Okay.
I imagine she is speed walking off. Ralph.
She keeps walking. She's not turning around.
Okay. Yes. I'm not stopping you. Hands her the paper that Elwyn gave.
I don't need handouts.
No, that's not. Let's get out of the estates first.
I don't
And then-
need to converse, Phil.
No,
I
I'm not.
know what I have to do. I know where I need to go.
Where?
First, we're gonna stop at Sinris's bar again. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna get some names. If I have to kill half the bleeding heart to do it, I will.
Yep, but... Rough. Let's take a moment to cool off our worst
There is
decisions.
no more moments, Fel. We wasted who knows much time in his stupid fucking mind dungeon. She didn't even try. Didn't even think to try.
Yes, but our worst decisions are made in moments like these.
She stops. She turns, and there's like a sneer on her face. Like she almost looks kind of like her mother. You have no room to speak to me on decisions, good or bad.
That's why I...
You chased a ghost for fun.
For
Sold.
fun?
Got some werewolf powers that you can't control anymore because you had to die again and again and again. You don't get to talk to me anymore about what's right and what's wrong. All I ever wanted, was to relax in my life. I wanted adventure, and I wanted a family that loved me, and it was taken away from me. And I ran away, expecting you to come with, but no, you had to go get the stupid ghost that you couldn't even get that now haunts your dreams and nightmares. Anytime I've reached out to you, you shut me down. This is me formally telling you, Fel, I'm shutting you down. Next time you want to make a decision that affects the health and prosperity of an entire fucking town, let me know. And she'll continue walking.
With that, as you exit the Leodon estate, Fel, Iron, do you follow?
Again, wherever Fel goes, Iron has to follow.
I do not.
Iron will kind of walk up behind Fel. Are we not following her?
I went down a path similar. She will destroy everything in her path before she realizes that she destroyed herself.
I understand. Well, wherever you go, I must follow, so
Let's take a break for a minute. I kind of need it after this talking too.
okay.
Uh, Preferably out of this house.
I kind of want to follow Rav, but there are a couple children. Actually,
I will.
Deldrak! Hello! And Deldrak is slowly, like just kind of leaning on the stairs as he's like, as his hands are in his face. His face is in his hands, sorry. As the fingers moved, you can see that tears are billowing out from his eyes, but he's not letting out a peep. Yes. Could you maybe point me in the direction of, where these, children should go? Where you put the other refugees? Deldrak wipes away the tears. I can take them there. Please look after my daughter. And Deldrak kneels down to the children after he climbs down the steps. And you see like a tender visage as he tries to comfort the children. He is a dad. He once was a dad who took care of smaller children and kind of did have to be the kind and caring one. He's made mistakes, but as he's talking to these children, that part of him shines again. And Rethni leaves the two children in the hands of Deldrak. It seems that whatever conversation he had after Rav left with the head of the household, Mother Dearest, has left him a little broken inside. So he is going to be doing this for the rest of the day. Elwyn is around, but otherwise, Rethni is going to follow.
Phil is going to go to the place on the note
Okay.
that Ellen has provided. Actually, correction. Phil looks at the note. Phil goes to Crack's End.
Okay. Heading towards the same direction as Rob, but only slightly behind.
I take the long way.
Oh, you're gonna go through. You're gonna go through Eternal Lights territory, and okay.
Yes.
Luckily, the place that is on Elwyn's note is the water wheel, and the house that is attached to the water wheel right by it. So you're gonna be going that direction anyway. So you at least get to see the place, and you know what it is now. But yeah, you can head to Crack's End. It's the long way around.
Yes.
I'll pause the recording for a second.
I'm fine with continuing.
You guys head toward Crack's End. Rav, you do see that Rethni is the person who is following you.
Rav won't like turn around, and Rav is like tunnel vision to the max.
Yeah.
Like is aware, knows that Rethni's behind her, doesn't really have the nice energy of her to turn around and be like, not right now.
Yeah.
So it's just continuing moving.
Yeah, I get it.
Rav does pull out her pipe and starts hitting her jewel pod as she walks.
What flavor you got in there? Is it mango?
Nah, it's mixed berry.
Oh
it
my
literally
God.
It literally is a mixed berry, kind of.
Oh.
All that shit you combine. Man, fuck you.
With
Mixed
each-
berry tastes good.
With each hit, she slows down maybe just a little bit.
And you head to the
Her
Blood
medicine.
Rose. I mean, if you have an idea in your head for what you want to say in the Blood Rose, you could still do a little bit more.
It's up to you guys. I'm cool stopping here. I'm cool continuing if you want.
I want to continue.
My
You-
rage bait era.
Rage bait. You enter the Blood Rose Tavern. It's a lot busier now. But you can find Sinris. He's usually always in the front.
I'll walk up to him. She puts out her pipe before she goes in,
Right.
like a respectful gentleman.
Are you like beelining for Sinris? Is there like
When she enters, she'll kind of look around, see that everybody's in a jolly good mood. It
Mhm.
makes her significantly more angry,
Yeah.
but she also feels obligated, due to her fucking training, to show some decorum, so she slows down a bit, but probably anybody that's close to her can feel this sort of heat wave aura sync energy of if you even look at me wrong tonight, I will break your skull in.
Yeah. Yeah. You find Sinris. If that's who you're looking for. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
right now it is.
Ravafina?
Sinris, my dear, dear friend.
Oh god. Yes.
It's not Ravafina anymore. It's just Rav. No last name. We've removed that.
Oh?
She didn't like that I was a war criminal anymore.
Others
Her
do tend to hate that.
perspective changed. So mine has changed too.
Okay. What can I do you for?
I need to speak to as close to the top as I can get.
I am afraid
I had
you
people I wanted to go to first. It's an impossibility right now. I'd have to buy another boat.
I'm afraid you just might be speaking to him.
Are you a liar, Sinless? Before or after?
You know already that I don't know who the lady in red is particularly. I haven't met her myself. Of course, I'm trying to. I'm trying to climb the ladder, but I still have many
Sinris,
ways to go. Yes.
I just don't believe you. And not in the sense that you're lying fully to me. I knew you when you were scrawny and sickly, and all you wanted was a place to be you. And you've got it. This is a family, a dysfunctional one realistically. It can't be functional, but it's a family of some sort. And I respect that about you. I respect that you went through everything to get here. But I also know that you are one of the smartest people in this entire tavern.
Thank you.
I know, even if you say that you don't, you have to have some clues. You have to have something.
Well, there's of course the person that handles me and two others, and the person that handles them. There is a system to this, but the Bleeding Hearts don't really let you get information about it. I'm pretty closely watched.
Rob will kind of look around at everyone, see if anybody's watching them. And I mean, this could go from like stray eyes darting over, like just people drinking who
Yeah.
are like, "What the fuck," to people who are like watching.
There's a lot of people that are just letting the party happen. There are some bleeding hearts that seem to be interested in the fact this person just beeline towards Sinris, who is probably the higher up for a lot of them. But there's no one right now who is like watching Sinris. If you want what you want, and you want to help me get what I want, we might be able to climb the ladder a lot faster and get you that meeting that you want.
Just get a deep breath in, like through her nose. This is like it's contemplating breath, but it's a deep one. It's also because she's like, I cannot force my way through this one. She kind of closes her eyes for a second. What do you need help with, Sinris?
The better I do at my job, the more recognized I will be. So, let's do a job together.
Field.
Come to the back. And Sinris begins heading towards the back of the Blood Rose.
Rob doesn't do shallow to deep. It's only deep end or no pool.
Yeah. Yeah. And as that happens, at the crack's end, Iron and Fel getting close. This is close to the warehouse where Isaiah needed to go to get the money. And about 20 feet away from Crack's End, heading in the direction of where you need to go the short way to the Leodon estate, you do see the flickering flame head of Isaiah.
I will, as quickly as possible, while having Levi, you follow behind me. We're gonna speed up for 2 seconds. I'm gonna go grab Isaiah before he walks into the Leodon estate and love him to death. Messes something up.
Understood.
Let's move. as Fel will start running.
Iron will see that fellow's running and is like, "Oh shit!"
Oh,
and then
shit.
starts running.
Stumbles. There's a second
Yeah.
where there is about almost 15 feet of space
Yeah.
between you two, and you're like, oh shit.
Because mind you, Fel is quick.
Yeah. Fel's very quick.
He's slowing down for you, but is like still moving really fast.
And you catch Isaiah. Oh, Fel and
Yes.
Iron.
It went
Wait.
bad. The meeting with Mother.
You already went without me.
Oh, yes. Rav couldn't delay, and we should talk to Dendis.
All right. You're
'Cause-
gonna have to fill me in.
Okay. Rav and her mother spoke. It was about this close to becoming head of household before Rav's father, in an attempt to save Rav, outed the fact that she is a war criminal.
Shit.
Yeah,
And that's where we'll end the session.
that shit.
That's crazy.
That's the next title for the next session.
Shit.
Is
Shit.
Except we can't,
As
because if that's the title
Yeah.
for the YouTube video.
Yeah. Rethne does just wait outside the Blood Rose Tavern. Is sort of like disassociating almost, looking towards where Rav is disappearing into. But yeah, that's where we'll end session. It was juicy. I'll promise some
Yay.
juice, and I dealt it out, I think. I think we all did a great job. And there's all love around the table. Just a little
yeah.
check-in, guys. Yeah, let's show her, like, if we have green cards, yellow cards, red cards.
That was
We
crazy.
probably should implement some of those safety features. But here we
I
are.
was like a trigger warning.
Great job.
Yeah.